Congressman, there's been a lot of moves over the last 24 to 36 hours, not only on the ground in Ukraine, but also in the foreign capitals who are trying to pressure Russia to put an end to this assault and to allow the Ukrainians to live free. So far, they haven't been successful, but they continue to turn up the heat. What are your thoughts on the situation as it exists today, and what would you like to see some of the next steps that the U.S. takes to help the Ukrainians?
Well, first of all, you got to be proud of the Ukrainians for standing up and fighting the way they are. I would expect America to react the same way. I was one of those that didn't think that Ukraine would be able to withstand Russia. And I'm telling you, I'll be the first one to admit I'm wrong. They have really surprised us all. Their will to fight for their country, I commend them, and we need to be making sure we're standing with them. First of all, we also got to be looking at Europe too. Russia knows what they're doing. They're trying to take over the very large natural resource deposits that Ukraine has to control all basically the energy sector of Europe. Last night, you saw them blow up the major pipeline, one of the other pipelines that run to Europe that supplies gas to the rest of Europe. I think right now, the United States needs to drill. We need to be drilling, and we need to be opening up these wells that we have. We need to open those terminals again to be able to import our LNG, or liquefied natural gas, back to our European allies. We need to be standing with them, saying, listen, you don't have to depend on energy for your economy from Russia. We can help you do that. And we also need to immediately stop importing petroleum products and crude from Russia. Still yet, as we speak, we're still spending $22 million per day with Putin's oil. And we don't have to do that. We can get all of our oil and all of our refined products right here inside the United States if Biden will reverse those disastrous policies he's had on fossil fuels.
Why do you think that the president won't cut off Russian oil and gas?
Because he would have to admit to his failure. Because immediately when you have that happen, you are going to see a rise in gas prices. But he's going to have a hard time explaining why that happened, because it's his policies that's making us dependent on those oil and petroleum products from Russia to begin with. We've seen almost a 40% increase just since Biden's been in office because of his reversal of Donald Trump's policy on drill, baby, drill.
Congressman, a lot of people would say that I think a lot of people would agree with you in principle on energy independence and what we need to do there. All that stuff kind of takes time. I mean, you can't flip a switch and turn on the Keystone XL pipeline. It's not something that's going to happen right away. Talk about what we can do right away to help the Ukrainians and also help to insulate our economy from any damaging impacts from this war, especially when it comes to energy.
Well, Tom, we can right away begin importing LNG to Europe countries if they will reestablish those terminals. All we have to do is literally turn the switch on. We have the pipelines, we have the infrastructure, we have the transport ships to which we can immediately do that, immediately. Yes, the rest of it does take time, but this is why we should always be proactive with our economy. If we would have went ahead and installed the Keystone pipeline, we would be getting 850,000 barrels per day from a friendly country and from North America, rather than over 600,000 barrels per day from Russia. So there is a combination of two. And then the other thing is we need to be sending the resources. As the president said, Zelensky, I'm sorry I'm messing that name up, but as he said, I don't need a ride, I need bullets, I need guns, I need ammunition. Let's provide those, more than just saying we're going to provide $350,000 or $350 million in supplies. Let's figure out how we're going to deliver those to. Are we going to airdrop those? Give us a plan on how we can do that. I have organizations from all over the country that is saying we're there, we're willing to help, we can help right now. Contacts that I worked with when I was in Afghanistan are now switching their efforts to Ukraine. These are organizations that are vetted that are saying we're already here, we can help bring those products in if you'll utilize us.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Congressman Markwayne Mullin of the state of Oklahoma.